Okay, hello everyone. All right, so let's talk about how to format floating point numbers. All right, so currently with our System.out.print or the System.out.println method, we can only display stuff. For example, if I use System.out.println, for example, and I display a number and say, I display a string and say that 4.567 is my favorite number. Now, when I compile this and I run, the only thing that the System.out.println can do is display stuff to us, exactly what I passed into the method, exactly this argument, exactly the string. It displays it for us. But we can format values that are in this parentheses if we use what's called a System.out.printf method, right? So the System.out.printf is a bit special, and the reason why we can format it is because it takes, it's designed to do that. It takes in a couple of arguments. The first argument, okay, is going to be your format string. Okay, so arguments are basically what you pass into these parentheses. So it takes in a couple of them. The first is going to be your format string. This is what's called your format string. It's called format string because it's just like a regular string, but it can also contain what's called format specifiers. But I'll talk about that in a second. So at the very basic, System.out.printf, the System.out.printf method acts just like the System.out.print or the System.out.println method. It just displays stuff if you only pass in one argument like this. So when I compile this and I run, it's just going to display it. They print it out. At the very basic, if you just pass in an argument, it's going to print it out for you. But it can also do more. It can let us format these values in the string. So for example, I'm going to declare a double value, and I'm going to call it number. And I'm going to assign it to the result of a calculation. I'm going to say 6.57 divided by 7.895. I don't know the answer. These are just numbers I came up with. So I mentioned that the System.out.printf method takes in a couple of arguments. First is your format string, and the format string contains what's called format specifiers. I'm going to type an example of a format specifier right now. So %f. So this is an example of a format specifier. Apart from that, everything else is just regular text. It's just like regular string. So every format specifier starts with a percentage sign, and this letter F is a conversion character. It stands for float, right? This is like a placeholder. This %f is like a placeholder. What it means is a certain number is going to replace this value, and it's going to be converted or to a float, basically, right? So it's a placeholder, okay? Actual term for it is a format specifier. Every format specifier starts with a percentage sign and ends with a conversion character. What this means is that a certain number is going to replace this value, and that value is going to be converted to a float. All right, so what number is going to replace this? And that's going to be your second argument here. I'm going to separate this first argument with a comma. And my second argument, now it can be multiple arguments, but I'm going to start with one, and I'll talk about multiple arguments going forward. So that number that is going to replace this placeholder, this %f, is our value here, number. So I'm going to type in number here. So I've typed in my first argument, which is my format string, which contains a format specifier. Okay, f for float, which means a certain number is going to replace this placeholder here, and that value is what's stored in the variable number here. Number is going to replace this, right? So when I compile this and I run, it's displaying what's stored in number as a float. It's converting it to converting it to a float and displaying it to us. What's special about this format specifier is that we can add certain things to it. This printf method, this System.out.printf method here, is special enough to convert this. It knows that this is a placeholder, and when we add certain things to it, certain things called flags to it, it's going to format the number in the way that we want. All right. So in between this percentage and this character f, we can add what's called flags to format this number in even more ways. We can see that this number here is formatted with how many decimal places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by default, when you don't add anything to it and you leave it this way, the number is going to stay the way it is, formatted to how many decimal places it is. But let's say we wanted to format this to 2 decimal places. That's where you specify the precision, how you want the number to be formatted. And the precision goes in between the percentage and the F. The way you specify the precision is with the dot and how many decimal places do you want to format the number to. So in this case, I want to format it to 2 decimal places, so I'm going to type in 0.2. If I wanted to format it to 3 decimal places, I'll type 0.3. If I wanted to format it to 1 decimal place, I'll type 0.1. It starts with a point, and then how many decimal places you want to format it to. In this case, I want to format it to 2 decimal places. It goes in between. This is the precision. That goes in between the percentage and then your conversion character, what you want it formatted as. So now all I'm saying is this whole thing now becomes the format specifier. I'm saying the value over here on the right is going to replace this, and it's going to be formatted as a float to 2 decimal places. When I compile and I run, we can see that the number has been formatted to 2 decimal places over here. Okay. All right, so we can pass in multiple format specifiers in here. So let's say I have 2 favorite numbers, right? I'm going to make a copy of this variable declaration and initialization. I'm going to call this number 2, and I'm going to change the values a little bit. Let's say 8.57 or 8.54 divided by 9.8955. And then I'm going to create another format specifier. I'm going to say this value here, remember this is a format specifier, and I'm going to separate it with a comma. Now this becomes a regular string here. I'm continuing my string. Let's just, now I have only 2 numbers. So let's just say this value and another value are my favorite numbers. So I'm going to specify a format. I'm going to type a format specifier here. So again, that number is going to be a float, right? I want that number converted to a float. I'm going to start with my percentage sign. Every format specifier starts with a percentage sign. I want it formatted as a float, so I'm going to type in the character F, okay? And then I want it formatted to 2 decimal places as well, so I'm going to type in 0.2. So all I'm saying is a certain number here, this is a placeholder, a certain number is going to replace this, and now I want that number formatted as a float to 2 decimal places. Now the problem is we only have 1 number here, and we already know that this number, this variable, is going to replace this first placeholder. So I can add a comma here and say that the next value that's going to replace this placeholder is number 2. Now the way this works is this. These numbers are replacing the placeholders respectively. So the very first argument here is going to replace the very first placeholder you have in your string. Your second argument here is going to replace your second placeholder you have in your string. That's how it works. So you look at the first argument. What's the very first placeholder you have in your string? That's here. You look at the next argument, and it's also going to replace the next placeholder you have in your string. So number 1 is going to replace this, and number 2 is going to replace that. Right? So when I compile this and I run, now it says 0.83 and 0.86 are my favorite numbers. Just type in S here. All right. Let's try it with 3 numbers. So I'm going to say, create another variable, and I'm going to say number 3, 8.54. Let's just do 2.3 divided by 9. 2.3 divided by 9. So I'm going to say this first placeholder here, I'm going to add a comma, and this second placeholder, and another placeholder which I'm going to define. I want it also as a float, so percentage F, formatted to 2 decimal places, 0.2. So basically all I'm saying is a certain number, which is a float, formatted to 2 decimal places, comma, another number. Again, this is not part of the format specifier. Every format specifier starts with a percentage sign and ends with a conversion character. It knows that this is just a regular string that's going to be displayed. I'm going to say this format specifier, comma, this format specifier. Basically, numbers are going to replace these, and another number are my favorite numbers. I have I have 3 format specifiers here. So one here, and another here. But I have only 2 arguments, which means I need to specify a third argument, and that's going to be number 3, which I just declared here. So the way these numbers are replacing these placeholders, okay, they are replacing them in a respective manner. So the very first argument replaces the very first format specifier. Second argument replaces the very second format specifier, and then the third argument replaces the third format specifier. So when I compile this and I run, we see 0.83, 0.86, and 0.26 are my favorite numbers. Let's format the first one to 2 decimal places, format the second one to 3 decimal places, and format the last one to 4 decimal places, right? Number 1 is going to be formatted to 2 decimal places, number 2 to 3 decimal places, and number 3 to 4 decimal places. Compile and then run. You can see that it's taking effect. 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places, and 4 decimal places. So that's the start of. We're going to talk more about System.out.println. There are ways to format numbers as currency values, as monetary values. For example, putting a $sign in there, automatically separating it with commas. There are ways to do that, but this is a good start. I feel this is in its general use. This is how System.out.println works. So we'll look at the other ways of converting other types of numbers, integers, and other types of numbers using the System.out.println method. All right. So if you have any questions, please comment down below, and I'll do everything to respond to them. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time with the next video. All right then. Bye-bye.